Hello, welcome back to English Tales with Emma. Today we have an exciting and life-changing story that will completely transform the way you think about money, success, and financial freedom. This isn't just a story. It's a powerful lesson taken from one of the most influential books of all time, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. If you've ever wondered why some people struggle financially while others thrive, this lesson is for you. Imagine growing up with two very different father figures, each teaching you opposite lessons about money. One father tells you to study hard, get a secure job, and save money in a bank. The other father tells you to learn how money works, invest, and make money work for you. This was Robert Kiyosaki's reality. He had two father figures, his real father, whom he called Poor Dad, and his best friend's father, whom he called Rich Dad. Both were intelligent, hard-working men, but their beliefs about money were completely different. Poor Dad was a highly educated teacher who believed in job security, saving money, and avoiding financial risks. However, despite his education and steady job, he struggled financially, lived paycheck to paycheck, and believed that talking about money was impolite. Rich Dad, on the other hand, had little formal education but understood the secrets of wealth. He built businesses, invested wisely, and believed that financial education was the key to success. His philosophy: you don't work for money, you make money work for you. Imagine standing between these two fathers, both giving you advice about money. Poor Dad said, get a good job for security. Rich Dad said, create jobs for others. Poor Dad said, money is the root of all evil. Rich Dad said, the lack of money is the root of all evil. At first, Robert was confused. He respected both men, but he soon started noticing something. Poor Dad, despite being highly educated, was always stressed about money. Rich Dad, despite having no degree, was relaxed and confident about his financial future. One day, Robert asked Rich Dad, "Why are you so confident about money?" Rich Dad smiled and replied, "Because I understand how it works. Most people don't. They work hard for money, but they never learn how to make money work for them." That one sentence changed Robert's life forever. Rich Dad explained that most people get trapped in a cycle called the rat race. You go to school and work hard to get good grades. You get a secure job and start earning money. With that money, you buy a house, car, and other things you think make you successful. But now you have bills, loans, and taxes to pay. So you keep working harder to afford everything. This cycle repeats, and you never escape. Let's take an example. Imagine a man named John. John earns $3,000 per month. When he gets a raise to $4,000, instead of saving or investing, he buys a bigger house and a new car. Now his expenses have grown, so he has to work even harder to keep up. The more he earns, the more he spends, and he never achieves financial freedom. Robert realized that this was exactly what his poor dad was doing. But Rich Dad had a different plan, a way to escape the rat race. Rich Dad explained, financial freedom means having enough income from your investments to cover your expenses. When that happens, you don't have to work unless you want to. He introduced Robert to two powerful concepts: assets and liabilities. An asset is something that puts money into your pocket, even when you're not working. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. For example, buying a car. Liability. It loses value, and you spend money on maintenance, fuel, and insurance. Buying a rental property? Asset. It earns you money every month from rent. Most people think they are building wealth, but they are actually buying liabilities instead of assets. Rich Dad told Robert, The rich buy assets first. They invest in businesses, real estate, stocks, and financial education to generate passive income. Once they have enough assets, they can afford luxuries without financial stress. One of Rich Dad's most important lessons was about mindset. Most people think, I can't afford it, but the rich think, how can I afford it? This small change in thinking makes a huge difference. When you say, I can't afford it, your brain shuts down. But when you ask, how can I afford it? Your brain starts looking for solutions. Rich Dad challenged Robert to do this exercise. Whenever you want something but think you can't afford it, write down 3 ways you could make it happen. Could you cut unnecessary expenses? Start a side hustle? Learn a new skill that pays more? This exercise trained Robert's brain to think like the rich. Rich Dad also taught Robert that fear and greed control most people's financial decisions. Fear keeps people in jobs they hate because they are afraid of not having enough money. Greed makes people buy things they don't need to impress others. Rich Dad said, the rich also feel fear, but they take action anyway. The poor let fear stop them. He also warned Robert, most people will criticize what they don't understand. Rich Dad advised, you don't need a lot of money to start. You just need the right habits. Here's how. Track your expenses. Write down everything you spend to see where your money goes. Start small. Invest in stocks, a small business, or a side hustle. Learn daily. Read books, attend seminars, and find mentors. Build assets first. Before buying luxuries, invest in things that make money. Reinvest profits. Don't just spend what you earn, grow it. Years later, Robert looked back and realized how Rich Dad's lessons had changed his life. He built wealth, but more importantly, he gained freedom, confidence, and the ability to help others. His message to you is simple. Your future is in your hands. Wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life where you have freedom to do what you love, help others, and live without regrets. So, as you finish this story, remember, your journey to financial freedom begins today. Start small, stay consistent, learn from your failures, dream big, and never, ever give up. Because the only limit to your success is the one you place on yourself. The world is full of opportunities. Your time is now. Make it count. Thank you for watching English Tales with Emma. If this story inspired you, like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing stories. See you in the next episode.